Hey guys, it's Ivan, and today we'll talk about the Unison and oscillator detune using the Shuttle System. As always, we'll be showing the patch within the context of a track, and this time it's a tune by Overmono called Everything You Need. And by the way, if you haven't seen it already, we just released a sample pack that Ed and Tom made available as a free download on our website. The link will be in the description. So let's talk about the Unison. It's used to give your sound some drift and instability and resulting in a much wider and fatter sound. Additionally, tuning one of the oscillators a fifth above the other one and slightly detuning it can bring very interesting harmonics and character to your sound. So let's build our Unison patch. Let's take out the first saw waveform from the first oscillator, put it to the first input on the ground terminal. Now let's take the second saw wave from the second oscillator and put it to the second input on the ground terminal. As you can hear, they are already tuned to be on the same note, but we can start playing around with the tuning of the second oscillator and you will hear the drifting effect. So just as a comparison, this is a single oscillator here, single oscillator there, but both of them give you a much fatter sound. Now to make sure that the oscillators are actually tracking in tune to a specific note, we'll be using the gateway tuners. So first we'll plug in the drop out from the first channel to the first oscillator, and then drop out from the second channel to the second oscillator. To play the sequence, we'll be using the ground control on the first melodic track, CV output, and we'll have to split it to make sure that the both oscillators are tracking the same note. So to do that, we'll take out the split cable, put it inside of here to the key input, then split it again and put it to the key input over here. In order for Gateway to understand what is the pitch of our oscillator, we'll have to feed it a reference waveform, for example the sine wave of the first oscillator to the first channel on the tune-in, and then we'll use another sine wave on the second oscillator to the second channel. Now let's open the filter cutoff so we hear our oscillators. Now we'll press the A note over here, it's maybe a bit higher, and then press the tune knobs. Now we will need to trigger our envelopes, so for that we'll again use a stackable cable from the gate output on the first track, put it to the check-in on the first envelope, and then split this and trigger the second envelope. We'll be using the unipolar output of envelope number 1 and feed it to the filter cutoff number 1, and the same for the second envelope. Now we can trigger the voice. Now that our oscillators are perfectly in tune, we can start detuning them. So let's start playing the note. For this track, we'll also tune the second oscillator a fifth up. So let's add some reverb. Now let's set up our drums. They are fairly simple. It's just a kick drum that is split, and this way we can also trigger the sidechain on the cockpit. The kick drum will come out separately to channel number 4 on the cockpit. Drum output number 3 will be triggering the first sample on the Queen of Pentacles, and drum output number 5 will be triggering the third sample. We'll also connect the output of the Two of Cups to the aux input on the Queen of Pentacles, and the reason why we split out the kick is that it will go out separately, and then we can use the effects for the aux channel and process Two of Cups pad via the reverb on the Queen of Pentacles. Track number 2 will be sequencing the Queen of Pentacles, the channel number 2. So we'll connect the gate to the trig input, and then the pitch to the 1 volt per octave of voice number 2. So now let's create our sequence. Let's start the playback. We have a simple kick drum. We'll set track 1 to 64 steps and press record. Let's start the sequence and record our pad sound. It will sound like this. Now let's play around with this patch, and I will show you how you can introduce performance variation by detuning the second oscillator and giving the sound a little bit more tension. So let's start our track and press play on the ground control. So as you can see, sometimes everything you need is just detuning two oscillators to give you a beautiful and fat sound. Having two filters, one for each of the oscillators, can give you performance control, and extra effects on top can give your minimal sound palette enough space to fill the mix. And as always, your support gives us courage to make these videos, so if you enjoyed it, give us a like and comment if you have any questions. Let us know what is your favorite track that uses the Unison bass or lead voice. And that's all for today. Have fun making music, and we'll see you next time.